Hello, if you have found this video, get you a snack, coffee or whatever else it is you like to relax with. I welcome you to this channel. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell notification, and comment. Please share the video if you like what you see. I could use your support. Here I plan to talk about the weird and unexplained. This might include anything from ghosts, UFOs, to missing persons. It is important for me to share information that has some evidence to back up the claims, and not just post fiction merely for views, so if truth is what you seek, this is the channel for you. If you have never seen anything strange and unexplained, then you may be a skeptic, or even a non-believer. Being a skeptic is a good thing. It is always good to use critical thinking when evaluating a story. It is good to look at who is the source of the information and/or their motive for their claims. One topic that I deem possible is the probability that UFOs of the extraterrestrial kind have visited Earth and will again visit in the future. I have had a couple of experiences regarding seeing unidentified crafts. With one, I do not believe it was of this Earth as I saw it close up back in the 90s. The other incident was when I was a child and was traveling in the back of my mother's car going down a dark stretch of interstate. I saw this thing in the field at night with multiple colored lights swirling around it. There were no houses around. It seemed to be disc-shaped. I cannot say for sure that was an extraterrestrial craft, but it looked odd, and its location certainly was odd. The other experience I am not going to get into here. That experience was very close up and was much more convincing. Keep watching, and I may include it in a future video. Today's topic is about UFO crashes, but not specifically Roswell, and I am not going to debate that in this article. What we are going to discuss is the crash that allegedly came before Roswell that hardly no one has heard of. In Cape Girardeau, a town in southeast Missouri, allegedly there was a crash that occurred in 1941. KFVS News even released an article about it. The story allegedly has been quiet as many people were told not to talk about it. The UFO crashed in a field between Chaffee and Cape Girardeau. Supposedly it was west of the airport. The granddaughter of a local pastor made the claim that his grandfather, William G. Huffman, was called to the crash site. He was told that victims of the plane crash needed to have their last rites read or that they needed prayer. To his shock, there was no airplane. Instead, there was a silver round disc. There was fire in the field, a broken apart craft, and debris from the craft strewn about. According to the granddaughter and other witnesses, there were 3 life forms at the scene. 2 of them were already deceased. The Reverend knelt over one who was still breathing. He claimed the creature died in front of him. The aliens were the most popular type of alien according to sightings, as they were the standard gray aliens with big black eyes, and they stood 3.5 to 4 feet tall. Supposedly the military then arrived and confiscated all the evidence and swore everyone to secrecy. The Reverend thought the inside of the craft was mysterious in that it had tiny seats, little gauges on an instrument panel, and some hieroglyphic type writing inside cockpit on a silver band. The Air Force and the FBI denied knowing anything about the crash and denied all records of it. Roswell was thought to be humans' first encounter with aliens, but this happened 6 years before the Roswell crash. The granddaughter's name was Charlotte Mann, and she told the story in the 80s about what her grandfather experienced many years prior. One reason for such secrecy was that the U.S. was about to enter World War II, and it was thought that the incident could be a security risk. Garland D. Frauenbarger, who was a photographer, allegedly took a photo of the crash, and the government never did confiscate that photo. The granddaughter allegedly saw the photo, and there has been remakes as well as a drawing. No one knows where the real photo is currently. 2 copies of the photo supposedly were made, and the aliens were supposedly held up for the photo. Other than telling his family, Huffman took his story to the grave. The UFO casebook files corroborated some important details surrounding the incident. Corroborated was Huffman's employment. Police and fire departments show an occurrence that day, and there was confirmation in reports that the military did confiscate all evidence that day. The source that reported this information, however, did not corroborate this information themselves. Whether you believe any of this is up to you, but think about how large the universe is and how much more technically advanced an alien species might be. Also think about, of all the reports of sightings, why are they almost always the same? Why don't people see sightings of the Easter Bunny if people are open to suggestion? Even if aliens never made it to Earth, what if, just maybe somewhere out there they have technology, and are watching our ordinary everyday lives on some TV set somewhere for the sheer entertainment of seeing humans do all the stupid things that humans do?